Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we are taking a look at this brand new patch note here. Gonna be a little bit of itchy stuff here, kind of a little bit of meh stuff here, but to be honest, I appreciate anything here that seems to be coming along in a brand new update fast as the bejeebus out of anybody here. Not to mention too that any part that's not associated with the season here, I am all for. But alright, what do we got here in this nice lovely midsummer update here? Well, of course, we still have the Steel Championship again. The analogous kind of like sport thing to soccer here, at least for our lovely cross-out friends here. You get to play little vehicles. It's got a rocket booster, it's got a harpoon, it's got a spike. It's gonna be fun, maybe, who knows. But I do appreciate that we still at least have this coming back again. It is a nice fun little mode. I know a lot of people here love soccer, so getting a mode like this probably gonna be entertaining for them. Although the thing is, last time I played this thing for way too long, trying to get all the rewards, all the paints. So I'm a bit burnt out on it still, but hey, you know, congratulations. It's coming back again. You're gonna love it. Next here we got the nice lovely Shinto City map here. So of course this is going to be more of a Asian themed map here, as you can see with its kind of nice Asian motifs here. We got the kind of nice little noodle or fried rice shop here. We got the octopus. It's gonna look pretty good here. And I do love all the splashes of color around here. Definitely does kind of help with the monotonous kind of like bland tone with Crossout here. So, loving it so far. Other than that, though, what's kind of like the features of it is going to be relatively a 4-layer map here, so it's actually going to be the 4 distinct levels here. So that'll actually be really nice to have here. Any sort of map with verticality is going to be instantaneously way better in my book here, so love that too. Other than that, there's also going to be an interesting quirk where the point itself is actually on 2 levels, and depending on which point, you can actually capture it too. So that'd be kind of interesting to see. It's like one person's on top, one person's on bottom. Both are trying to capture it. Nothing's getting done there. So who's going to play chicken? Who's going to come out? And who's going to try to fight there? That'll be interesting to see how that'll turn out. If that'll actually turn out to any sort of resulting fight. It'll be interesting to see. Other than that there, we also got the nice couple of little parts here that I want to go over here. Of course, first things first, we got the frontal wheel here. Congratulations, everybody. You've won. You finally managed to get Tarzan to put in the feature you guys have wanted, basically since the beta of this game. Congratulations here. And it does actually look pretty neat here too. Definitely got a very robust industrial vibe to it here that definitely does look like it takes some beating, which makes sense because it's supposed to be relatively similar to Bigfoot in terms of its durability there. So that'll be kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious if it'll also be durable in the sense of it having high tonnage and having high power requirements too, so it'll become more of a wheel meant for like tanky builds. Other than that, it also has a weird, interesting perk here, in which after a certain distance, you'll actually get a damage bonus to energy weapons, depending on the number of wheels you got there, because it's a static amount of damage, or at least a proportion. I am not quite sure if one wheel will actually get the whole thing, but who knows. But I'm actually curious as to what the damage bonus will be, if it'll be for one volley, or if it's over a continuous spectrum of time. Who the duck knows? They're not really giving us a whole bunch of information right now, and just like very broad, you know, analogies at the moment. Not to mention, too, it also has this weird quirk where if it gets shot off, congratulations, your weapons stop working for a bit. What? Now, of course, it's only limited to energy weapons here, but you can see how it's going to be interesting here. The fact is, losing a wheel, all of a sudden your weapon's not working, it could definitely be a very sucky issue. Imagine especially if someone's doing like a hover build, the Tsunamis or a Scorpion, they snipe off a wheel there, congratulations, you can't counterfire there. So that could really suck for a lot of people. But it'll be interesting to see how that'll actually play out in gameplay. I imagine they won't keep that feature in. They'll probably have to remove it. Other than that here, we also got the new light cabin here. But they don't really have a image for that or anything like that. They just kind of have like what they're planning on doing here. And essentially it is the more turning turret weapons that you have, the more you'll actually get to a reload weapon here, which will actually be kind of interesting here. Now, of course, this applies to all reloading weapons. Those will be things like the Little Boy, but also the Avenger, Mastodon, Scorpion. Things like that. There's going to be a lot of reloading weapons here that could definitely use this. But the thing is, the more that you have on the car, the less reloading and speed you're going to get. I'm not sure if it's only going to be speed, or if it's also going to be reload, or if it's vice versa. But it definitely does seem like the more that you have here, the less you're actually going to get out of the cabin here. So it's definitely going to heavily incentivize those people who are only using 1 or 2 of those turning weapons, such as like the Mastodon or the Mammoth, or things like that that have a high energy consumption. That'll be interesting to see how that actually turns out something like the Kaiju, though, with that big old weapon on there with 12 energy requirement. Doesn't be interesting to see how that turns out. And if this will actually be synchronous with the other reloading modules, too. So if that's the case, then, oh my goodness, you can get a lot of reloading speed here that could definitely be helpful. Other than that here, last thing we got here is the brand new small wheel here. It is only going to be a rarity, so that means there's going to be no perk associated with this. However, due to the kind of like nature and the aesthetics of it, it's meant to be more of a wheel that's going to be geared towards people who are trying to make kind of more realistic modern day cars, and considering that it has a very similar motif to most modern day cars. So I'm guessing this is kind of more of a wheel meant to be for the aesthetic, the people who are in the rebuild events, who are trying to make the realistic cars here. So it's going to be geared towards more of them, which I can understand here. But it also could be geared towards lower power score people who may want a more efficient wheel here, which is actually kind of one of the big things here to work with. But we'll see how that turns out. But I think other than that, that should be all the events here in this nice little patch here. What do you guys think about this? Is it good, bad, yay, or nay? Do you like these brand new parts? What's your most exciting part here? And what would you like to see in the brand new update? And how do you feel about all these brand new events and maps coming out? Other than that, guys, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. If you had fun, follow our platform, age your favorite there. Please feel free to not leave a freaking 1,000-word essay in my comments again. I would absolutely love that because I keep getting those. Stop it! But other than that, guys, I want to thank you all again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.